up that daycare you've been speaking about. So I came, y'all should have heard the daycare names. Tiny Tots. I thought it was a strip club, the Tots. We had Tiny Boots, because my nickname is Tiny. Tiny Boots, Tiny Feet, Tiny Pebbles, and then finally, my great grandmama came to me in a dream, and I seen her reflection in a mirror. And people would never believe this story. I literally seen her reflection in the mirror, and she was like, "What you doing, old Tiger?" Because that's what she would call me, Tiger. And I was like, you know how you think you see something, but you don't see, but I know what I seen. And I was like, that was my great grandma. And it went away, and all I remember was Tiger. I went in my bed and I put Tiny Tigers, family home daycare. So now we got Tiny Tigers Learning Center. So that's how all that arrived. And then the pandemic hit, this came upon the pandemic. Because our education system wasn't reaching out to the parents and giving them resources on how to continue the education for the students while they were at home with them. And a lot of the parents was lost and confused and couldn't figure out how to, put this in their budget to where, how can I afford somebody to tutor my child, or what is the simple steps of getting them on the math level? Because math that we knew, it ain't the same math, okay? Because I'm here to tell you, I told my daughter to get somebody else to do it. Thank God for her father, because I was like, go ask your dad. So when the school box in our area closed down, the lady was so nice because I was their best customer, honey. I would go in there like I worked there. I was like, oh no, Miss Pam, it's on that shift today. I was rotating shifts and I didn't collect a paycheck. I was just a volunteer because I love how the staff there was so free. And so she called me. She said, hey, Miss Floyd. I said, hey. She said, I got some products for you. You got a truck? You want to come bring your truck? I said, I'm not coming all the way up there. And so she was like, no, you don't want to come up here. I came up there and they gave me truckloads after truckloads of product. And I'm sitting in the school box parking lot. I was like, what happened? She said, we can't afford this building anymore. And they're just going to use one store. One store. And I was like, I said, so we losing our educational resource? Y'all the only resource we have. She said, no, because you're going to be the resource. And I didn't know how to take that. I'm like, girl, no, I'm not, girl. I'm trying to find a resource for my daughter and my son, how they going to get this online Zoom meetings and everything else. And she was like, it's your turn. You have been the chosen one. So I started inside my house, the education station. It started as a curriculum, because I started doing curriculum for educators. It started for just parents. So I would package what you see on the table. I would package like certain things and ship it out to them and say, okay, let's start with workbooks. I had designed my own workbooks, put the workbooks out. And a lot of parents were like, oh my gosh, she finished that workbook. Can you do another workbook? I'm like, nah, wait a minute, I wasn't thinking it was gonna go this fast. So then we started doing some more curriculums. Again, I went past a storage shed. A lady put it up as a daycare. I was like, oh, that would be nice to do a business inside there. So I bought a storage shed that can be used as look like a little bit of house. So now I converted it into the education station. So now I have a physical location and an online store, but the physical location is more of a personal relationship. Like you come, you get me or you get one of my friends. So I tell people that story because a lot of people don't understand that the affordability of childcare and education for parents, we don't have. You can go to your local lake shores, your bill clubs and everything else, and you gotta spend a lot of money just to see your savings. But with the education station, you don't. Your savings is there. We make sure we make it affordable for every household to be able to take home something. So that was getting not added in the planners because a lot of the parents and adults was like, I don't know how to plan. Like, how do I plan for this and this? So we do vision board parties every year. And then we get to what we're gonna do one every quarter with business owners and just anybody. And so they started incorporating the planners, and these are some of my vendors that added on to the budgeting. So I teach budgeting classes. So I use this is one of our favorites, the monthly budget and the weekly budget express tracker, because a lot of business owners are not tracking their business. They're not tracking their sales, they're not tracking what they got coming in, coming out. Yeah, you might got a bookkeeper, but you let the bookkeeper do all the work, and you ain't even really meeting with that bookkeeper, but at the end of the year, you don't know your numbers.
Right. That's what she
was one of my coaches. Miss Linda. She's in the lunch program, yes. So if you don't know your numbers, you don't know where you at, but that's what we chasing out.
You know, she's social media. She comes in with.
Oh, you coming in with she don't went like, hey y'all, I don't even know if she laughing now.
Yeah, you live. You live. You
I'm
live. I'm gonna jump in a second.
Okay. Look, I said, I don't even know she went live on that.
Yes.
Get over here, talk.
We went live, like, yeah, because we on that topic. That's like, she giving the message. Listen, y'all heard it raw, authentic, unrehearsed from the heart of this powerful woman of God that's doing amazing things in her industry and education. LaShawn, right? You just heard a part of how she got started here. So, LaShawn, so I know you just gave about your product line and all those great things. But listen, not only that, she have other ways that you can connect with her as well. Let's talk about your podcast.
Yeah, so we have the EduStation podcast. You can follow us on YouTube. It's on Roku. Now we on iHeartRadio. It's a lot of them. I can't go down.
Spotify. You just know the main ones.
Yeah.
Apple Podcast. I'm sure you can get it on there as well.
So just type in THE capital EDU station, and it'll pop up our podcast channel.
So, and when can they?
I'll go live on Thursday nights, Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m. This series we're talking about childcare, the love of childcare, and we had just finished up Teacher Appreciation Week, so we still talking about how to appreciate our staff and what the reason why you got into childcare in the first place.
I love it. So your podcast and what you do, you are a resource for teachers and parents?
Yes.
Okay.
So we try to educate the parents. We want to make sure the parents are educated on which child care facilities do which things, because most people are looking for certain qualifications in child care. So you want a STEM program, so you want to see how's your program doing in STEM? What is the definition of STEM? Because we hear it all the time, but do that school actually practice STEM? Or, hey, she got the hours I need, but what is your education behind the hours? What are my children going to be learning? And what is the quantity of care that you provide? So when I was finding a child care facility for my son, my thing was smell. I don't know about everybody else. If your daycare stink, I can't let my child go. I'm just gonna be honest. I couldn't. If I walk in that door and it smell like poop, no, I gotta go. You know, because the food ain't gonna be good, baby. I better smell the meal because I knew I had a son that eats. So, and then not only that, if I didn't see artwork being displayed inside your child care, that lets me know what no teacher being done. Right.
Mm. Right, but you brought up a very great point here, because most parents don't look at the educational component that's going to best benefit their children, and how the education component is absolutely a necessity to set them up for greatness when they matriculate, through their educational process, because they do have to go through an educational process. So you bring up a very good point. There's a lot of parents. Most parents are like, I need to find somewhere for my child to go.
Oh, you too high. Don't worry about the cost, because once you see how your child is progressing inside of the facility that they're at, the cost, you're gonna be like, it was all worth the money, baby.
Exactly, especially when they're getting a quality education. You cannot put a cost on education, on the education that's going to be necessary for the success of your child. And you got to start in our early space. So let's see some of these products that you have.
Yeah, so this top row is our best. This is what's been selling the current month that we've been doing our podcasting and advertising on TikTok and everything. The time to shoe for some of our parents that are struggling with the little ones to learn how to tie their shoe. A 2-year-old can do this. I know for a fact because they do it in my program. So a 2-year-old can learn how to tie their shoe. And this product basically goes with the step-by-step of teaching them how to tie their shoe. So grandmoms, granddads, little parents, you tired of getting over tying that person's shoe, get them this book for Christmas. Don't be getting them no PlayStation games. They can get one of these books, okay? Just telling you. Then we have financial literacy.
Especially
to get summer jobs, you can start teaching them how to budget those coins that they get, as they call them coins. How they gonna budget it? How they gonna pay for uniforms, waters, lights, and everything else? But not only that, some of us adults need to learn how to budget our money. So this is a pocket size, so you can't say, oh, it's too big. No, not really. It fits right in the pocket. You see how that fit in my pocket? Fit right in the pocket. And then of course we got our $3.99 pens. Everybody loves an excellent pen, something that writes real lovely and colorful. And then a meeting note. So for business owners that are on the go and love taking notes or having, like me, I had the car chronicles. I used to talk on the phone and taking notes while I'm sitting in the car ride. This is a note meeting taker. So that way you can keep yourself organized when you're taking notes for business clients, or if you're doing doctor's appointments, you're keeping yourself organized. So I love this little notebook as well. Again, that's our budgeting planner. This one's not open, but this is a 12-month planner by Happy Planner. Again, I thank my vendors for letting me have all this awesome product inside our shelves. And then we have the Tiny Shoe, which is our top seller inside the store. I purchased these for my daycare center, and then I made a mistake and put it inside my bin. That's where I go bin it out in the area. And someone was like, "Can I purchase those?" And I was like, "No, these are mine." But then I was like, "Sure, you can have them," because she was telling me her 5-6-year-old daughter could not tie her shoe, so she wanted to know what else can she do to tie her shoe. So this is a great item for anybody to start with tying their shoes. Okay, and that's about it for me.
Okay, look, and let them know how they can get.
Okay, so the website is LETGOEXPRESS.org. That is letsgoexpress.org. And you get 15% off your first purchase.
15% off. So listen, go and get as much merchandise
Yes!
as possible. Listen, that's 15%. Listen, you guys, so you already heard on how you can go to the EduStation. Okay, let me make sure I pronounce it the right way. The EduStation, right? Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on
Thursdays.
Yeah, for Thursday. What, Facebook?
We on YouTube, Facebook, and we stream live on TVs.
So go and make sure, look, you're live so you can have that live interaction and maybe ask some questions and things of that nature that you may have as a teacher or as a parent that need learning resource for your student or your child. Did you get them the social media platforms?
Yes, so we on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But I also want to add, we're getting ready for our annual back to school drive, and we're asking for donations. It's on our Shopify website as well, the letsgoexpress.org, or you can contact me on her social media platform, and I'll get that in contact with her with it. We want to reach out to at least 2,000 students in our local area to give back and do uniforms this year, uniforms and hygiene products, to make sure these kids have a successful school.
So listen, you can be a part of helping another's child success by partnering with the EduStation. The EduStation, partnering with LaShawn and the amazing work that she is doing within her community right here in Knoxville. But listen, they're shipping products, look, all over the world.
Yes, international.
So come and get your educational resources. And if you know any teachers and things of that nature, y'all tag them, tag a teacher. Tag a teacher, tag a parent, so that they can get the different tools that they are providing to help students or help your child with their educational endeavor. That is what it's all about. And come and glean on some of this experience that she have here. She also has some other services that she provides as well. Let's hit that real quick.
So we like to help out future entrepreneurs, those that's in mind of thinking about doing an entrepreneur life. So we do the roadmap to success. And the roadmap to success, we start off with just doing a consultation with you and trying to figure out what part of the road that you're on.
and lead you down the right path to success. So you can find us on Be About Your Business on Facebook and then the roadmap to success.com.
Okay, and what age group is that for?
So we started with our high schoolers on up to adulthood.
So come on through and listen. If you got a youth, a young adult, listen, they definitely should be. It should be pushing them in that entrepreneurship space. Yes, careers are great, they're great, but listen, God said I give you the ability to generate wealth, and the fact is this, they will not generate wealth on somebody else's job. I'm just saying. So we gotta birth forth the entrepreneurship in those talents that God has given unto us, so that they can listen. So your gift can bring you upon great men. And we as parents, listen, and even educators, we gotta begin to encourage our young people to stir up the gifts that's on the inside of them, because it will definitely take them into places and spaces that's beyond their imagination. I'm telling you, and then put them in a space where they can take control over the income that they make for themselves as well as for their family, and how they're able to impact and influence the community with what it is that God has given inside of them. So Sean, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. That was y'all should be looking for me all day.
But hey, and she is so funny. Oh my God. She took my class today. You guys are going to hear about that. That's what a little bit later you'll hear some of the experts in class as well. She took my class today on building a broadcast, and she is hilarious. But I absolutely enjoyed her being in there with me as well. So I just want to thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
For having this interview, taking the time out in your busy schedule, and I'll let you have it. And I want to let you know we do appreciate the work that you're doing here.
Thank you.
In Knoxville. So listen, you guys, I want to look. We are here in Knoxville, Tennessee, on location at the Power Moves Her Expo, and it has been absolutely phenomenal and amazing. I am going to have a conversation. Y'all know earlier we spoke to Bella, the Bella Breast Cancer Foundation. We spoke to them earlier, and so one of the co-founders, one of the other co-founders have made their way here. So we're going to have some conversation with them a little bit later. We have one of the participants having a conversation.
I'm like I said earlier, and so we have the weeklies and everything, so I would love to reach out to them. So, you know, you all,
Okay, so I said one co-founder, but make a correction here with the Bella Care Foundation. It is 3. It was started with 3 amazing women. The other 2 have made it here, so all 3 of them are in the space. So I do want to take a moment and the opportunity to introduce who they are as well. So we're just some behind the scenes things that's happening.
I'm looking forward to talking to you ladies about this. I think it's very necessary. Like I said, with my mom and sister both.
Yes.
Very necessary.
Very
Awesome job.
Thank you.
So you guys, I'm gonna get back in.
I am going to see you in the strip, I believe, so
We are. We're live. Hello, you guys. Yes, I told you guys that the other Bella Foundation co-founders are here. Again, before earlier, we was able to talk to one of the amazing women. The other 2 are here live. I'm telling you, I'm excited because we got African-American women, look, doing some amazing things, supporting one another in the things that, in the struggle, the trials, the tribulations, and things of that nature that we go through. And to just have some women that have a heart and have a passion and say, listen, sister, you don't have to go through this alone. that is absolutely powerful. How many of us go and struggle through things alone? And because we're alone, because we are alone, some people die, some people quit, some people give up because there is no support. We know the word said two is better than one.
Amen.
We know that, right? Because if one falls, the other one can help them up. And so that's one of the things that I do love about this organization, because look, a three-stranded cord is not easily broken. I'm just saying. And so these three powerful women have come together, and they're doing a great work collectively through the things that they have overcome and they have triumphed. I'm just saying. So I'm absolutely excited about it. So, who am I talking to?
Mary.
I am Mary Harris, and I'm part of Bella Breast Cancer Foundation. I was a breast cancer survivor from 2014. And this is my kind of like dreams to reality with Cindy and Miss. To have a foundation to support African American women, who we are kind of like one of the highest impacted women to get breast cancer.
Oh my gosh, she said, and I know she just talked with less than 60 seconds, but she said a lot. She said a lot. She talked about her dream, and she talked about connecting with other women to bring forth her dream. That's powerful. So, I mean, that's a message for itself. So, I'm a pause for the cause to just talk to someone out there, because you got a dream and you've been struggling with, how is this dream going to come alive? How is this dream is going to manifest? And you may just be afraid to do it alone. And so you're trying to figure out, well, how is this going to happen? My God, we just heard, she said, listen, this is a part of my dream. And as it was a part of her dream, she connected with some other sisters. So that's some other connection. There may be some people that you can connect with to get you started, to get you going, to get you moving, right? In that in which God has called forth in your life. I do want to also encourage you that one of the things that I do know and I'm confident in is that He really didn't call us here to do anything alone. It's absolutely nothing that you would ever do that you should do by yourself. If you remember over in the book of Deuteronomy, or Deuteronomy, and you're going to find it in Numbers as well. But when the 2.5 tribes, when they wanted to stay in the land on the other side of the Jordan, the Lord said, yes, I'm going to give this to you, but you got to help your other brothers get the land that I called for them to possess, right? Before you can settle in the land that I'm giving unto you. And so that's what God's way of saying, we are here to help one another. Dreams to be awakened, dreams to come alive, dreams to be fulfilled in some form, shape, or fashion. Here with the Bella Foundation, Breast Cancer Foundation, found 3 amazing women who's moving in the place of a dream and of a vision, my God, and are helping other people. That's the other powerful thing about what they're doing, is that, it's to help somebody else through the journey that they have already overcome. So we already know what's locked up on the inside of you. Through your pain, my God, there is purpose to push you into your prophetic destiny. I'm excited about that. So you're on this amazing journey together. You just
Last November, when it became official. Yep.
Okay, November. So they are absolutely new on this particular journey that they're moving in. We did learn a lot about them a little bit earlier. We just talking to the other co-founders because we want to know more about them. You gotta know the heart behind the vision. And so that's what we're doing right here, and just being survivors. So even with going through your process, the processes that you guys went through, and so I'll just make the assumption that going through it, there was something that took place of like, you know what, we need support.
Right.
What did that look like on the other side of it? Like, man, okay, we need to do something to help other African American women come through this
Well,
journey.
one of the things for me, when I first was going through, I was diagnosed when I was 48, and at that time, it was pretty young, to be diagnosed at that age. Most women, like me, was not diagnosed at that young of an age. Now, we're even getting diagnosed even younger. So, I was looking for some support, and some support that kind of looked like me. Somebody that could relate to the things that I related to. Some people that was going through the same thing that I was going through. So, I went to a, foundation, but they were all older. And I was like, yeah, this is good, and I can sit back here and I can look and listen, but I can't relate.
Like, yeah, so the relatability
Yeah.
isn't there.
Because they were all so much older than I was. So I kept on scoping out, and I was like, oh God, we need something for us. There's too many women that is getting breast cancer at a younger age, and we need to kind of like create something for things like this. And it really wasn't anything out there for African American women that I found, but maybe one source, and that was it in Knoxville.
So there was a need to what it was that she was dealing with, and she found the gap. She found a missing gap that was not available, and she took the courage. That was the courage. It's a, you know, it let us. They found a need for something that was that is necessary for younger women who are diagnosed. She's like, it's not enough support group out here, and so they took courage and they made the leap. And here is the Della Breast Cancer Foundation. Somebody need to be encouraged. Even with the testimonies and things of that nature, and as we're talking to these vendors and things, I'm hoping that somebody's getting encouraged, right? Not only get encouraged, but you're getting motivated as well to move in the things that God has called for in your life. My God. So I absolutely love it. I love the fact that you guys, I was like, okay, this is here, and then, this thing may be here, but let's bridge this gap.
Yes.
Let's bridge the gap, right? And let's fill in the space that's necessary so that somebody that looks like me can be encouraged. Somebody that looks like me could know that they can survive because they're looking at a survivor, as well. Somebody like me know that they can definitely thrive and that there is life after. That there's life after. And it's just not any life. There's still abundance, right? Abundant life that's after. Nothing, the diagnosed doesn't change your abundance. My God.
Beautiful, empowered ladies living abundantly.
Oh my God, I love it. So those type of things. So I hope that you are being encouraged. Listen, and you're in that space where there is a gap. There's a gap that needs to be fulfilled. And guess what? You're it. So when they were in spaces and they was looking around and like, we're here, but it's not, we can't relate. We can't relate. And you gotta be in that place, you know what? Now, something on the inside had to say, you're it. Had to say, you're the one.
Yeah.
You're the one. Stop searching for it. You're it. You're the one that's gonna do it. So I absolutely love it. And so when they found out, it's a game we used to play when we was little. I'm sure y'all probably played now. Those that's in the generation, they probably don't know about because they'll go outside. But you feel like the tag game, tag you in. And so you are that dedicated portion. And so we're excited that when you got tagged,
Amen.
you took out room in your year. And so we're so looking forward to seeing what God is going to do with the Bella Breast Cancer Foundation and how it's going to, the impact that it's going to make in the African American community with women, with young women. We're so excited about that. You guys keep up the amazing work that you guys are doing, and I look forward to seeing more. I'm sure we're going to see more of you. I'm sure we're going to see great things that's going to happen with the impact of the lives, in the lives that you guys are going to make, and the influence that you guys are not just going to make here in Knoxville, but I told her earlier, around the world. Oh my God. Listen, you guys, we're here at Knoxville, Tennessee, on location at the Power Moves Her conference. Listen.
Hold on, we can't miss this.
We can't.
But she said she wanted to talk. Okay, so come on, let's talk about you. I'm sorry, y'all. I was getting ready to close. I was gonna respect Miss whatever. Like,
I'm not the speaker.
Oh, she is amazing. I got a chance to talk to her earlier. You're amazing as well. So, but howsoever, they said
I got tagged.
So therefore, you gotta open up your mouth.
Okay.
So it wasn't me. It was it. Talk to your partners. Okay. So, Missy, go on. Let's talk about your journey.
Well, I found my tumor at home in 2020 during the COVID. I found it on my own at home at age 45, as she says, getting younger and younger. I was just at home and I did my own. Well, I really wasn't doing this. I just kind of just felt it, and I caught it in stage one. When I found it, it was scary. It was scary, but I took that I ran with faith. I took that scaredness of me and I got on Facebook and I shared my testimony. Because a lot of times it's taboo in our community. In the Black community, we don't talk about it. It's you go through it alone, you go in there and you come out, just come out like it never happened. So, and with Bella, it's other women that's went through it. So I was going to other places for just to talk. I went to other foundations just to talk. Just to know that it's other people going through it, like I was going through it. But when I went into those, there was nobody of color. Besides the women that I brought with me, nobody of color. So as I said, we needed a place where people look like me, that can reach other women that look like me. Can't nobody talk about what we go through when we go to the doctor's appointment. I never knew I had a choice of getting a double mastectomy. I didn't know I had that choice. I didn't know I could fight for it, but my sister, she fought for what she wanted. So that's what I'm spreading with other young women that's coming to me. A lot of women on Facebook come to me and hit me up in my inbox and ask questions. So, I met these young ladies at a photo shoot. A photo shoot we got together.
Take some pictures.
Yes. To let women know that you're still beautiful no matter what. We without a breast, without hair, whatever, we are still women. We still beautiful. We still got things to do. We still got things to live for. So that's what the photo shoot was about, to bring women in the community together. it was just
I
something
want to see
that,
the pictures now.
yeah, yes, they are. We actually did a calendar. We're gonna do another calendar for the following year, cause that idea just gonna be something we do yearly, you know? And it was something that I was doing for myself, but, you know, it was like, I'm gonna say the Holy Spirit was like, no, you need to reach out and get other women involved that's going through what you're going through in your community. But that photo shoot, their plan was already in the making, but it was something I was doing on my own by just reaching out, telling people my story on my Facebook page. You know, I thought about this, but they was already making the dream come alive, and they invited me into it. You know, cause like she said, I'm always on taking pictures. I'm always on Facebook talking about my journey, and I'm spreading the word. And a lot of young women reaches out to me. You know, right now we got 2 young women that's 35 and 30 in our community that needs help, that needs people to talk to. So that's what we need. We need the community to come together to help us to be able to help the women in our community. So that's what Bella is for.
That's good. So I want 2 things I want to talk about. Is the first is how important it is, and you said you didn't want to talk, but but you were talking one.
That's all.
So how important, because in our culture is a silent culture.
Yes.
And so how important do you think it is to have, just to have the conversation?
Oh, I think it's so important because it can save your life.
Mhm.
It can make your decisions when you're in the doctor's appointment even better. You know, because when you're in the doctor's appointment, you don't hear nothing but want, like Charlie Brown.
Mhm.
When the teachers talk, you didn't hear anything. That's what you hear when you're in the doctor's appointment, that fear of not being able to talk. But that's where we come in at, that where we can have somebody go in there and maybe talk to your doctors with you, go to your appointments with you, or just, you know, be that voice, you know what we went through, so they make you more aware of what you get ready to walk into, make you aware of what choices you might need to take. So that's how important it is about talking about it. Because a conversation would have made my choices a lot more better when I was a doctor. A conversation with someone that looked like it would have made it more easier for me when I lost my hair to know that, like she said, hair is very important, you know. So it was, you know, just a
Dr. You want to
conversation.
do closing remarks?
I absolutely love it. We're live. I have one last thing I want to say, so they will close out, is that how is, you said we need the community. So what community resources are vital that you guys need to connect with and have as resources for those that you serve?
I think that we need the donations, more important. We need people like, you know, volunteers and support. We need just the community, period, just to come out and just support what we got going on to get the word out. If we get the word out, I think the donations will come, the awareness out, the donations will come. And people that volunteers just want to come in and help with anything, you know.
Wig making.
Yeah.
For women that lose their hair.
Hair.
Connections with oncologists that can
Yes.
tell us the truth about what needs to be done. Mental health experts that can talk to us about what is it that we're doing. Because I was going through a deep depression, but I had a therapist that told me that I was going through a depression because I never took the time to mourn my breast loss. I never took the time to mourn the fact that I had cancer because I am very analytical and I'm taking care of everybody else. Okay,
Yes.
I got cancer, what do I need to do? I need to do this, I need to do this. Okay, bet. Now that I got this plan, I'm gonna go back over here and take care of everybody else, but I never took the time to mourn the loss of my body.
And then I think that also just little things that make us feel like we're women. You know, you got people out there that know how to draw eyebrows. My eyebrows haven't grown back in 2 years, and I cannot draw them on for nothing in the world. But teaching people how to wrap your bald head or your scarf, you know, and just little things that the community, we have black women out there that's doing hair, doing makeup, you know, maybe you want to come and do something with us, you know, just get the word out.
Or even your fitness people, nutrition.
Yes, fitness is important. That's what saved my life. Fitness. So that's important. We have all these people that's out there with exercise tips or nutrition tips. We need that. You know, that's what's gonna help us get through. Just the community, just help us.
So listen, I absolutely love it. We just hear, listen, Bella need resources, and for those that are business owners, entrepreneurs, and things of that nature, like connect with them to see how your business can plug into what it is that they're doing, so that you can be a support for the women who they are serving. And so, if you can't become a support from the business standpoint or whatever, listen, if you can't do it in time, you can definitely do it in treasure. So those donations, every penny, every dollar help goes toward the cause. And so any support would be definitely absolutely appreciated. I'm absolutely sure by the founders as well as those who it is helping to serve as they go through their space of transitioning. But listen, I already told you guys before, this is not the final time that you would hear about Bella. We're gonna have a full exclusive interview that we're going to do, and especially when we're now in our Her Power series that's launching in June. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're gonna make sure that they're on the calendar so we can go in depth and we can really dive into what it is that they do, their processes, and really look at ways that you guys can begin to connect with this amazing work that they're doing and how to help push this message abroad. Listen, I am your host. I am Dr. Deranche, the Kingdom Strategist, and I'm so excited that you have tuned in to some of the things that's happening right here at the Power Moves Her Expo in Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you soon.